So at the start, we will look at the inventory. So this is your stock that is in our warehouse. So the basics of stock keepings are SKU. So this is stock keeping unit. This is the value that your system and our system communicate. So this is your description of the article. Here it is stated how many of these items are in the warehouse, how many are already in the orders, or you have them reserved for other purposes. The basis of whole order management is at SKU. So this is your stock keeping unit. So at the start, you will get a clean slate. You will have no orders, no items, no nothing. So first, you either import the SKUs or add SKUs. So for today, I'm just going to show you how to make one SKU manually. So you pick one item from your web shop. And for example, we're going to name this test. I'm going to do this like this so you can see. So this is the test SKU. So in your web shop, if you have, I don't know, Shopify, WooCommerce, doesn't matter. This is the call sign for this item. So this must be the same in the order manager and in WooCommerce or Shopify or anywhere else. Description. So you have to write here. Usually you can just copy it what you have in store. So for example, store item 1. So this is the required fields for any SKU. So below here we can see weight, length, height, weight. So weight is always in kilograms. So let's say 0.5 kilograms, and this is in centimeters. So I guess this item is 10 by 10 by 10. Declared value, this is if you're doing exports, it is good to have this value here. So the system will know to create the outbound invoice for the couriers, for the DHL and so on. For example, we're going to say this is 10 euros. If you have electronics, then you can have a model or a manufacturer stated here, but it's not a necessary item. So required fields are SKU, description, UPC, country of origin, and HSS. After you have input the basic SKU, you can go and edit it. I will show it after we're done with this basic one. So after you're done, it is required field here also for UPC. This stands for EAN or UPC. So EAN code or UPC. This is the scanning part of your SKU. So when we are packing in the warehouse, we use this to scan the item into your order. We're going to add this product. So now that we made this test SKU, it is here. So we can see it. It's test. We have no in warehouse. Oh no, this is not the same test. We already have a test. We must find the test SKU. This is the one we created. So test SKU, the EN code, store item 1, and we have at the moment we have 0 in our stock. So you can here you can do many things. So columns, up here you have columns, what you want to see in this front. So for example, at the moment I don't want to see the description. I don't want to see reserved, assigned, in transit. At the moment I want to see serial numbers, harmonization, country of origin. So you don't have to have everything on all the time. You can have it off or on, whatever you're looking at the moment. So we have no harmonization or country of origin at the moment. So we can go here the test SKU, we can edit this item. We go to, this is the basics of this item again. And now that we have created it, there is a harmonization part. So here you can insert harmonization. If you have to input also the country of origin, you have to go into the product itself. So we're just gonna go like this. Gonna hit old view, and then we have all the other parameters that we can set here. So I will tell you, there's two ways of looking at the old view and new view. Some things are easier in the old view, some things are easier in the new view. So for example, no, I went to the wrong one again. I have to go here. So I click it here and I go edit attributes. So this is the attributes for the SKU. It's going to open me a new screen. Here we can again find we can either search for it or you can find it here. So it was test. It will find me here. So you can edit. So if you have all the products from the same supplier, you can edit more at once. So for example, I want to edit these three. For example, they all have the same tariff number and same producer. So I go bulk edit. I can, if I don't input here anything, it will not overwrite the previous specification. So if I had 10, 10, 10 previously, it will not override it. So for example, here we're gonna do customization code and country of origin. And that's it. So this has been edited now. Harmonization code is if you're exporting your products, all the products have to have this code that's an export code that defines your article. For example, 90058-13 is wooden products, mid-range. All the products have the standardized numbers to them. You can Google it if your product is made of wood, for example. Yeah. Okay. Now we can check on the test. So we can now see we assigned the number and the country of origin. This is only for export. So if you need to export your goods, if you're only doing locally, you don't have to do that. And if you do, it's a necessary thing. So this is basic. So you need to have the same SKUs here in the order manager as you have in your WooCommerce, Shopify, or whatever platform you're using. The next step to this is in inventory, you also have scene sets, also known as bundles. These are things that you in your store sell together. So for example, we're going to make a new scene set. In your store, you have a, I don't know, set -1. This is your SKU for this set. And in this set, we have test article 1 and test article 2. And here we're gonna assign it. For example, in this, we're gonna put in 1 test SKU, and we're gonna go the other test SKU. So if you set in your store that you're going to sell a bundle of 2 products, you set the bundle SKU to set 1, and the system will automatically disassemble your bundle into singular SKUs. So this can always be edited. You can view it. You can always see, okay, since set, this is my SKU for a bundle. This is for your, so you can easily say, okay, I wanted to put these two items in here. You see how many of what item is in this SKU. It can be more than one, so you can have two of these, one of these. You can edit it. You can always change, okay, I want to have two of these. So you don't have to change the SKU in your store. You can just make 2 + 1 instead, or 3 + 1. It's up to you what you want to do with those. If you view, there's always when it was created, so you know when you changed it. All the necessary information is here. So this is how you create bundles. If you're not familiar with bundles, there's at the bottom of the right, there's a help. This is the FAQ. So you can write in synsets and it's going to guide you through. There is videos, there is written how to set up. So it's like a help bar with all the necessary information. You can then look at it by yourself. So this is how they disassemble the synsets to the basic SKUs. So that's for basics of products. The one thing is you will sometimes need to check history. So history is just you click on the SKU, and if there is any history, it will be written below here, either replenishment that was inbound, or it was assigned to an order, or it was returned. There's going to be a grid of things happening to this SKU. So we have a few basic SKUs here already. There's an option adding SKUs with imports, so you can import products here. What you need to know is there is a template you need to follow. Do not change it too much. There's always here what needs to be in what header, so SKU description. It has all the information you need written down here, what data type. So for example, for SKU, all in alphanumeric values. That means no special characters, just numbers, words, and I think minus also works, but no spaces or things like that, because that might make issues down the line. So you download the template, you upload it. If you have done anything wrong, there will be in history, there will be a record. It will state what was missing in the SKUs or descriptions. So if you upload something, doesn't mean you broke anything yet. There's still possibility of deleting SKUs and so on. So after we are done with inventory, we have SKUs that we want to sell. The next step would be replenishment. So you have to organize a transport to the warehouse for the items. Already made one, so we're gonna make one too. Here you start with add replenishment. So this is gonna be, if I'm the supplier, I will write myself, so or self-supplied or something like that. Expected delivery date is where you think it will arrive. We all know that it's not an exact science when it will come. So for example, I think it will come tomorrow. And I set add. So now here I have all the created SKUs that I can add to the replenishment. So replenishment is needed because we receive documents from your supplier, and then we look at the replenishment, what you wrote that is going to actually be delivered and what was actually delivered. So you get confirmation if all the items were delivered, if it was something was missing, and so on. So for example, okay, I picked this one. So this is a cup. I'm expecting 10 of these. I will insert it and it will show here. I am expecting 10 of these. It will say I already have 2 orders that are awaiting these items. After I am happy with the quantities and descriptions and everything, I will hit here, submit replenishment. So this means I have ordered delivery from the producer and it is in transit. I am estimating it will come tomorrow. After this has been done, the good thing is it's usually if you don't have documents, you don't assign documents, you don't work with Excels or anything, there's always an option to download this order. So you can create your own just with one click. You get a purchase order. So you get replenishment name. It is from you. Here will be your web shop. You're shipping it to our address. What are you shipping? And this can be used as a document if you don't have your own. You can attach this to the shipment, or you could just say, okay, we have 3139 inbound. So that's like an easier communication of what's arriving and whatnot. We are always keeping these replenishment archived for a few years. So we always know what was expected, what actually arrived, and so on. So this is printable. So you can either send it to your supplier, print it yourself. That's it. Okay, so we're just gonna look at here. After I've done this replenishment, the warehouse received, so the man in the background confirmed the items in the warehouse. So I can look at this and see, okay, I said 10 are coming, they confirmed 10. I will also receive an email stating the items have been received and stocked. And after they have been stocked, they're automatically processed into orders. So we actually have goods in our warehouse now. And let's check, we already have some orders. I was waiting with back orders and so on and so on. So this order, before it got, before the replenishment got confirmed, it was in back order. So we have different statuses. So we have back order, we have processing, pending, and canceled and shipped. So let's go from beginning. Back order means we have still not received the goods, or I am partially missing goods. So for example, this test order has, we received skodelica, we have one, we have a side quantity, but we don't have a book. So this order is still awaiting in the warehouse. It will not get shipped because it's missing one of the items. This other test order only has one item on it, and it's 1 cup, and it got assigned inventory and is now in pending. That means I have enough quantity in the warehouse to process this. So this order is already set up to get shipped out. So if I don't do anything to this order, soon it will get processed from pending to processing. That means the warehouse started packing this order. In this particular, we're gonna do it like this. We have one cup and we don't have a book. So we can either decide to just ship the book, to just ship the cup and wait for the book. We have an option here, so we can divide this order, and after I click divide, it's going to ask me what do I want to send. So I'm going to set it in divide boxes because there's only two products. It automatically divided them into different boxes. So if after I hit continue, it's going to say, no, oh, I forgot. Dividing boxes. I forgot to click it. So we're going to say this is box 1, this is box 2, and I'm going to submit. So we have two boxes for these products. It's still going to stay in back order because it still doesn't know. We just split them into boxes now. So this is the main order, see? And this is now split in one pending and one back order. Now we have in orders, we got 3. This is your primary order number. And here we have, this is the first box that is going to get shipped because we have stock. And this is the second box that is going to await the book to be shipped. So after the warehouse pulled the order from pending, it is now processing. In this case, so this pending order, I just decided, no, I don't want to split this. The customer canceled. I'm just going to cancel those orders. They have not been processed yet, and I can cancel them. So back orders and pending orders can be canceled anytime. Processing order is a bit different. So there's no more cancel here because it's already in processing. So because of some time delay, we use Slack and other means of communication. So you can ask the warehouse if this has already been entrusted to the GLS in this particular instance. And if the warehouse says no, there's always an option to interrupt the processing. So they will stop packing this product, and after you get confirmation from the warehouse, you can interrupt the order. Because if you interrupt the order without telling the warehouse, they will still pack and ship the order. Because yes, after I interrupt the order, it is going to get canceled. And if you cancel the order without notifying the warehouse and there is always already labeling and things happening, you will have to stop it with the courier. Is there any questions around this one? This is usually the one that is problematic. So no interrupting when the warehouse is already processing the order. Here it's a lot about communication. If you're doing your orders in the morning, and if you're fast enough, you should never run out of time to actually cancel the orders before they get pulled into the system. So we're just gonna now make a manual order. Manual orders are made here. Add order. Here are a few things you need to know. There are sales channels. So this is your sales channels. You can have more APIs. So for example, you have WooCommerce and a Shopify. You can have both pulled in here. We're just gonna pick one here now. So for example, mimo vrste. Address book is here. You can create a new contact, or just gonna use one that you already have. So I'm just gonna show you here. So first name, last name, all the standard information is input here. Required fields. I think you all know what needs to be here. This is just for manual orders. Automatic API will already pull all the information needed into the order. So this order I'm sending manually. For example, I got a new influencer and I'm want to ship some items to that person, and I will just put it here and close, and it is now on the order. The order number and reference number, I will just go influencer -1, and I want to send to this influencer 1 happy cup. I would add 1 cup and hit add. So add products, added 1 cup. And because I think this influencer campaign is going to start at the end of the month, I will hold this order. So I can hit here hold order, and I want it to get shipped Tuesday. Okay, so I want it to be held by that, and after that date, it's going to get shipped. So here it will get shipped. For shipping information, so I want to ship this to the influencer with either of DHL, DPD, GLS. This is your pick what you want to send it with. So for example, this is going to Slovenia, so we're going to pick GLS. For GLS, we only have 1 option. So if this was not an influencer, for example, this is a customer, and I just wanted to make a manual order, there's a COD amount here. So if you want to charge the customer, for example, I don't know, 10 euros, you write here 10 euros. So this is Slovenia, so we have euros. If your customer is from, I don't know, Czech or other countries that don't use euros, you use their currency. So for example, before Croatia got into European Union, here you was HRK, that was for kuna, and you had to write, for example, if I wanted 10 euros from them, I had to write 70. So this is 70. It was 7 against 1 conversion. So always write the numbers, like for hoof, there's like 5,000 crowns equals 1 euro. So remember, you are shipping to what country you're shipping. According to that country, you have to write the currency. So here we will put, and we're going to charge our influencer 10 euros because why not? You will see here COD amount 10 euros because it's Slovenia, you know, it's euros. If it was Croatia, that would be 10 kunas. Always keep that in mind. This order will get shipped later on. So after I have done checking everything, I have here in the bottom save order. And this order now has hold and the release date. So for example, you can also put all your orders that come into the system on hold, not automatically to the processing and pending. That's up to your personal preference. And if you decide that is to for manual orders, they're treated the same as the other orders. You can just do a pick in shipping and so on. So I just want to release this order before this timer is done. I will click release, and it will get shipped as soon as possible. This is the basic manipulation with the orders. There's a lot of filters here you can use to look at what you have in orders 2023, 2022. This is filters that you can look at, and so on. So we covered some basics from replenishment, inventory, or on orders. This is just the beginning. If you have any questions, we can do a few now, or we can make a fast Q&A after this meeting. So these are just the basics. So I'm a bit new to this, so if it's anybody's raising hand, I don't see it. If any questions are, write me in meeting chat. I think I will unmute everybody now, so you can actually. No, I cannot unmute you. So if you have any questions, we can do a quick Q&A. If anybody's for the Q&A, just write me in chat. If not, we're just going to cover one more thing. Here we have API errors. This is your system's way of telling you something's wrong with the order. There are many different things that can go wrong. You either have no shipping selected from web store, so there is either no SKU, no shipping method. It will always tell you what's wrong with it. You can then either edit it, and you can select the shipping method here manually, save changes, and it will get processed. It will always tell you what's wrong with the order. So that's it for now, for the first one. I will do a Q&A after this one. You can either write me in chat now, or you can wait for me to, I don't know, re-invite or remake this chat, because we're running out of time. And thank you for participating in the basic tutorial. Hope you learned something new.